Okay, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the another section. In this session, I will demonstrate the layout managers, grid layout and border layout. Okay, this is how to arrange the components in grid layout, how they are arranged, and in border layout. In grid layout, their components are arranged in the form of rows and columns. It's like a tabular format, right? You have seen in our example here. This is a example of grid layout, and they are using panels. We are using something else more in detail here. We can use both at a time, all layers at one time. Okay, so this is one of the example how do you arrange in the rows and columns, rows and so we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 rows and two columns here, right? So similarly we can arrange this. How do you utilize this one? How do you arrange these components with the help of grid layout? Now for example, you want to arrange the components in the form of in five regions, five places, five regions. You can say five regions, that is north, south, east, west and center, right? And this is default layout for J-frame or window, you can say window also. Okay, so this is in this example here. So I have already programmed frame. I created frame. I created one class grid layout and grid border layout. I can say use this one here, grid border layout. I just look go with single one by one. Let's it be. Okay. So this is grid layout example. So I have this layout manager, and by default this is the layout, right? So I just have a blank frame and I set to flow layout initially. So and this is set size and the default close operations and created objects. So let's run the file. It is a blank file, right? Okay, the blank window here. So let's create a grid demonstration. Very simple like demonstration. For example, amount of form of rows. I just create some buttons are very more attractive. You can just say J button B1 comma B2 comma B3 B4 comma B5 comma B6. I want to create five buttons, six buttons, sorry. So this button I will place in the form of grid. Okay, so create object for six buttons. B1 equal to new J button. I can say button one. Just you want to say one, whatever the name you can say. Just let it be button one. Okay, let it be bigger. So this is button one, two, three, four, five, six. Right. So this is two, this is three, this is four, this is five, and this is six. So do the same thing here. Six, five, four, three, two. So I have created six buttons. I want to add this button to set this layout of this button to add this button to the grid layout. So just change the set layout to grid layout. How do you add this one? You need to add what format you want to add, rows into columns. For example, I want to go with two rows. Okay, and we'll check here rows and columns. For example, I want to go with three rows, two columns. Three rows means 1 2 3 and 4 5 6, right? So let me show you this one example. Then you need to add this button here, right? So add B1, then copy 1 2 3 4 5 6 to the container, and this will arrange this button in the form of grid. 1 2 3 4 5 6. This is additional, right? So 1 2 3 4 5 6. So I'm adding three rows, two columns, three rows, two columns. So 1 2 3 rows. Again, it will go with two columns. On the file, you'll see the buttons. 3 rows, 2 columns. Column 1, column 2, row 1, row 2, row 3, right? Okay, this is one thing. Now you see one more thing here. I can say 3 rows, 3 columns. How do you? There is no enough buttons. It will take 3 rows. It will create 3 rows. So basically, it will focus first point on 3 rows. Even though you write here 10, okay, it takes into 3. 3, 1, 2, 3. Then remaining row 1, row 2, row column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, column 4, column are blank. There is no items in it. There is no components here. So basically, it will first the first parameter important. For example, if you go with 2 rows, 3 columns. You see here. Run the file. It created 2 rows. And it created 1, 2, 3 columns. 1, 2, 3 columns. Now you want something like 4 columns. Run this one. But you cannot have more than 4 value, more than 6 value. You need to have more components, right? So basically it focus on first 2 columns, then we finish all the remaining as per the layout. Okay, so this is one thing. Now there is another same thing, constructor here. This constructor has one more parameter, the gap. For example, gap 10 comma 10, the horizontal and vertical gap. This is horizontal gap and vertical gap. On the file you see that there is a gap between the buttons. There is a gap between the buttons. It looks beautiful, right? So the gap is created here. So there is some gap between the buttons. It is created horizontally, how much, vertically how much gap, right? So this is, I'm just giving the same thing here. For example, you want more 20, 20, you can see here, run the file, more gap, the button size will shrink. Okay, so this is one thing here. This is grid layout. Now one more thing is, after grid layout, let me create another file. Okay, so border layout, new class, demo. So I'll just copy the code. Let me copy the code, whole code. Control C. Control C, Control V. First we have different constructor, border, border layout. Go to new border layout demo. All right, so extends. So this is remaining is extends JFrame. Right, so I just create the variables. We had to initialize these values here. All right, so we all done, ready to go. Same program, this border layout. Now border layout, we have 5 regions. I just remove one part from here, one from here, and one from the bottom. So we have 5 buttons. I will place in the form of border here. So I can say border north, button south, and east, west, and this is button center. I just change the name here. Okay, so change this to border layout. Now this is a default layout. We see this button layout as default layout. So this is no need to set. This one is no need to set, but you can set like this. So how do you add this button? Add this button B1 to the border layout dot what is B1? North. Border layout, we need a border layout, so I will use this star here. So this is not necessary. Here also import star here, so this is also not here. So this is, there is another, you can add button to the border layout north, right? Now same thing, what is button to south? Border layout dot, you see there are 5 options, there are many things: center, east, north, south, west. So you want b2 in the south, right? Just select south. b3, I just copy this one, dot west, right? East, it is east, I just type it. Okay, this is border layout dot west, just type west. And b5 is border layout of dot center, so added this one. So these are constant values. When I say capital letters, these are constant values. So this, I did not set border layout to set layout, you see, because since border layout is a default layout of container, I can do it or manually or not. You can set like this: set layout new border layout. It's not necessary, but you can just keep it as it is. Okay, since it is a default, no need to write this. This is implicit. Okay, now let's run the program. You see this one: button north, east, center, south. This is center. West is center, but this buttons because, okay. So these are all the layouts. So you'll have such kind of programs. You see, basically border layouts are much useful when you design the application program. Like this is your home page, this is your body page, this is a left navigation pane, this is another navigation pane, the start status, and this is status buttons, header, footer. Like this is the way you can design the page. When you design the page, border layout is very, very important. Where do you want to place your component? Maybe this is one panel, this is another panel, another container, another container. You can have this border layout. Now this is a simple example how do you arrange the components, how do you set the components in different region in the frame. Okay, hope it is very clear, understand. Thank you.